Hey guys, welcome back to Liminal Period. It's your girl Chun-Li Shoddy. So I was watching a Candace Owens live earlier this morning, and she had made a mention about her being on Nick Cannon's podcast. So if you guys aren't aware, Nick Cannon does have a podcast here on YouTube where he's had multiple conversations. I featured one of the segments where he had Dr. Umar Johnson on his channel. And yeah, I think he's been having some quite interesting conversations with interesting people. So I was super excited to see, again, Candace Owens dabble more into the Black networks and have conversations with the Black community, because a lot of times people paint Black conservatives or Black people who have voted for Trump in a bad light. And to me, it's kind of surprising. And so anyways, without spilling the beans, I want to share today's video because the Nick Cannon, Candace Owens podcast has yet to drop, but I did find a clip of Nick Cannon appearing on the No Jumper podcast. So anyways, without further ado, let's get into it.
Recently, I seen Jess Hilarious, who one of ours,
fact.
talking to Candace Owens.
I fuck with both of them.
I like Candace Owens. I like the knowledge that she has. I like when she speaks. But recently, she just said some shit because she has a white husband and mixed kids. She said, well, people are too simple-minded. I don't see color. I don't call my kids mixed. But what I want to say is, Candace Owens, unfortunately, your kids are mixed and your husband is white and you are Black. We have no problem with interracial relationships. That's fine. But girl, you Black, because when that officer pull your kid over, he's not going to say, I don't see a color.
Yeah, I mean, she, first of all, from the perspective that she's speaking, because
I get what she's trying to say.
She was raised by her grandparents, all that, you know what I mean?
She come from some money.
Yeah, not even, no, she come from
some niggas.
She a nigga.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people misunderstand Candace Owens because of her conservative belief. A lot of people make assumptions of the type of background that she comes from. Yes, she's married to a white man now. However, she was raised by her grandparents, and her grandfather, she's mentioned several times, used to be a sharecropper. Anyways, I think sometimes people get hung up on who is delivering the message.
Yeah.
Never mind.
But
we're gonna get on that.
But what she's doing, which I'm not mad at, she's giving niggas a alternative perspective. Sometimes, again, first of all, she's a person in the media.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we know what that is. You know what I mean? She's doing a job. So the more noise she can make,
right,
the more ultimately money is being made. You know what I mean? Whatever platform she's on, she's a master at being a person in the media. But I guarantee you, she's given a different perspective because she's like, I don't think the same way as that. And that's what I respect about. Jess Hilarious is the same way. She gonna say some shit that be like, hey, Jess, I don't know the fuck about what you just said right there. Yeah. But then the same thing with Candace, but I love both of them as Black women. You know what I mean? I respect both of them.
But is she saying she's a Black woman, or she
said that in that same thing? She's like, I can't deny I am a Black woman, but I think the same shit. She was like, I used to like Asian men. Her shit, niggas can have a preference.
Right. We have no problem with that.
You see my fucking my kids look like a social studies book, nigga. It's a different shade on that.
Right.
Each and every one of them.
My only thing is, I don't
it's whatever you fall in love with, that's what you rock with. Now, I also, I done sat across from Dr. Umar and all this. I understand where he coming from too, as well.
He's straightforward on shit.
If we trying to enrich our community, the Black woman is the most powerful entity in our community, and we got to protect
I'm just saying, I want her to be a Black woman.
She is a Black woman.
No, I'm saying.
What does he mean by that? I'm very curious, when he say, I just want her to be a Black woman, is there a certain perspective and ideology that Black women should have? Because, yes, according to Dr. Umar Johnson and to certain individuals within the Black community, if you don't subscribe to a certain mentality and you don't subscribe to a certain way of thinking, then you're not Black enough.
Two things. Are you biologically Black? And are you psychologically Black?
He has named several people within the conservative political space and say that is the reason why they cannot be Black. It's because that their mindset is not Black.
When I think about people like Candace Owens, for example, I think she's extremely intelligent, very well spoken. But if she looks into the mirror I mean, if Candace Owens doesn't look into the mirror, I don't think she would know what color she was. I would think if she looked into the mirror, she would think if she didn't look into the mirror, she would think that she was white. I have an issue with that because you have this black woman who is married to a white man. I'm not talking about her specifically, but her and people like her, and they don't recognize those injustices within the community. Like, what's up with that? What responsibility does she have to address those issues?
All super coons are extremely intelligent. You have to be a super coon. The problem is you're not loyal and you're not politically wise. Because wisdom, if you had integrity, you would never go against your community. So Candace Owens has no integrity. Jesse Lee Peterson, Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas, the Charles Barkleys of the world, they don't have integrity, but they're very intelligent.
Crazy.
She seems like
you gotta have a conversation with
her. Maybe I do. It kind of helps her to be like, maybe she's accommodating her husband or her kids by saying certain things.
I don't think it's even about that. I think she's a super smart person that likes to debate, that likes to challenge people, that likes to go. There's a one point in time she wasn't conservative. You know what I mean? And then she got let down. Like, if you're gonna play that politics game, you know what I mean? I don't fuck with either side either way.
So I just want to chime in real quick because Nick Cannon is about to talk about when the left leaves you. You don't leave the left. The left left you. They left you behind.
Right, you know what I mean? Because it's like, it's as we call it, the lesser of two evils. It was like, it's not a two-party system. It's one party with two evil names. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's they just separated to make you think you got a choice. But all of the shit she be saying, don't be, somebody got to challenge it.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just the fact that she's educated herself from a perspective that most of us haven't. Now, there's a lot of shit she say that I don't agree with, but I respect the fact that you can actually have that discourse in a respectable manner. But
there is no one person that I fully agree with, and no one out there should fully agree 100% with any other person because we're all individuals. But again, just like Nick Cannon, I do appreciate the ability to have that conversation, to have the debates, to ask the questions, and have genuine conversation. So kudos to Nick for that.
I think she moved like I got a lot of Candace Owens in my family that feel certain, you know what I mean? Like, here we go. I got to argue with her about this again. Right? It's just certain things that certain people feel certain ways about. And, you know, I don't knock her because I got my own shit.
Okay. All I'm saying, Candace, is I don't want the people to Stacey dash you. You know what I'm saying?
But see, that's a different thing. Like, at least she's coming from a place of like she know what she's talking about. Stacey Dash didn't even know DMX died. This is what you understand. I was getting into this politics shit, but black people, we have naturally been more conservative more than anything. Like, if you really, I mean, the shit that you're talking about, like the Democratic Party is the party of the Ku Klux Klan. Right. Like, if you think of Civil War, like, we was rocking with the motherfuckers up north who were conservative. The Democrats was the Confederate motherfuckers who didn't fuck with us, who wanted to keep us in slavery.
Right.
And then they did a Jedi mind trick on niggas and made you think that they was rocking for us. First of all, neither of them are rocking for you. They still treat you like property either way. Right. But if you're gonna rock with who we are as a people, we some get out and get it on your own type shit. We some hustlers, we some CEOs. Right. Nigga, show me one real CEO that is a liberal. Niggas is about their bag. Now, you got them people who...
Well, to be fair, and he did just say dudes are about their bag, but the CEOs and companies that are liberals, we already know the saying, if you go woke, you go broke. I already shared a video on United Airlines, and we know that they are super woke. Okay, so there are some progressive companies out there. Avoid them.
Pretend to be, and ain't nothing wrong with you being liberal, but that shit for what it is now is like, we about, look, I'm gonna make some money, nigga, you can make some money, you can make some money. That's all. Like, nigga, I want my guns. You know what I mean? I want, like, it's just like, if you think about what a conservative is, that's us to its core. And then don't put our spirituality on it, because it's a lot of beliefs that just because we was raised in church and things that the things we stand on are more conservative than a lot of that shit of, everyone's equal and everybody like that shit sound good. But when you get to the ideas of what we really stand for, like I said, I'm conservative about some shit, but I'm liberal about certain things, but I'm probably more conservative about shit, especially when it comes to my household and who I'm protecting, because that ultimately is what you want. But that idea of everybody it sounds good, but when I'd rather somebody be up front in my face than give me the bullshit that like somebody else is trying to pretend like they're helping me out when you still just treating me like shit, just like the person. If you don't fuck with me, let me know up front.
This nigga a teacher.
I mean, that's like
I'm in school right now.
Stan, I wanted to share this clip of Nick Cannon just talking to the fellows on No Jumper, because the thing is, like, they were not expecting this type of response from Nick Cannon, and I appreciate the way that he was able to just simplify what conservatism is. Okay, and I've had plenty of conversations with a lot of you guys in the comment section, because some of the things that we critique within modern day women, modern day feminism, some of the trans agenda, some of the BS that's happening within schools, a lot of that, like I said, it's all interconnected. And at the end of the day, as much as Nick Cannon didn't want to relay it back to politics, it goes back there, right? Because again, you guys have to remember, we're in 2024, so it's a pivotal year for a lot of different people around the world. Yeah, I think it's going to be very interesting to see which candidate becomes president, because if you guys aren't aware, there was an assassination attempt on President Trump over the weekend. And like, that's why I said I was watching Candace Owens go live, because she's just been on top of it. But anywho, again, like I said, it's all interconnected. So all of the conversations I'm having on my channel, to an extent, I hope is here to connect the dots and to bridge a lot of different perspectives. So the next video I want to share with you guys is a clip I came across on TikTok from the creator Matt Kim. I definitely want to, again, share a little sneak peek as to why I think it is just so natural that I lean conservative, because I am Asian and Black. So let's check out this last clip.
Do you think Asians should support Donald Trump?
I think Asians tend to be more socially conservative.
Mm-hmm.
I think family values are more conservative. They tend to be more fiscally conservative. And the idea that a huge population of Asians are extremely liberal in their voting is weird to me.
Oh, why?
Like, it doesn't make sense. Why do you vote liberal, but everything else about you is conservative?
So as you guys heard Matt Kim say, Asian people at our core, we have conservative values. So just like Nick Cannon described, if we as people in the Black community have conservative values, sometimes, again, like, you just have to understand that when you're looking at politics, it is just voting for the less of two evils. If the policies are not lining up with your core values, as in national security, securing our borders, being fiscally strong, understanding the difference between what a man and what a woman is. These are just literally conservative values that we're talking about. And sometimes, like, it just is mind-blowing to me, just like Matt Kim say. It surprises me that everything you do in your everyday life and everything that you appreciate within your own culture is conservative, yet somehow modern day Asian people in America are liberal. And I'm going to say this, and I mentioned it in a previous video, and I didn't really know why, because again, like, I feel like this is a conversation not many people are unpacking, right? But Asian people within San Francisco, Seattle, New York, and not just Asian people, but the white people, Black people, those cities are progressive and liberal cities. So whenever I was sharing my perspective as an Asian person living in the South, more specifically Georgia, you know, like, I come from a different political atmosphere. So again, the cultural norms and the everyday interaction and the things I've observed is coming from a much more conservative lens. And again, it's just POME, product of my environment. I can only share with you guys what I've seen, what I've witnessed, and what I'm seeking out. And so, yeah. Anyways, I've enjoyed today's conversation. Please do look out for the conversation on Asian and politics in America. But anyways, I look forward to speaking with you guys next time. Bye.